Hi, Eastminster kids. We are going to do chapel today in a different way. Since we're all at home and we have room to stretch out, I wanted to show you a Bible story in yoga from a very dear pastor who has a little girl, and she wrote a book called Story and Stretch, teaching Bible stories using yoga. So the story that we're going to learn is about three important people, and we're going to use some yoga poses to help us think about who they are. Their names were Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, and they were two sisters and a brother. Do you have any sisters or brothers at your house? So for Mary, we're going to do Warrior One pose. Spread your legs out, bend one, stretch, and reach up. That's for Mary. She always liked to listen to Jesus. The number 2 warrior pose is for her sister, Martha. She was always going. She was busy. She knew where she wanted to go. So make sure you stretch out your arms and look out over them. The third pose is for Lazarus, and it is an eagle pose. I guess he was kind of the head of the roost. So take one leg and cross it over the other. Take your 2 arms and bend them at the elbows. I'm going to get closer now so you can see, although you should be standing. Cross one arm over the other. This is hard. And then interlace your fingers. Does that kind of look like an eagle? Here it is standing up, watching over everybody. We're going to use rabbit pose to think about how we sometimes feel when we're very sad. You might want to make yourself very small, like you just want to hide. So get down on your knees, look down right at the floor, and put your hands behind you like you're trying to make yourself very small. There's another animal pose. It's called the monkey pose, but it also works for thinking about feeling sad. Sometimes people call it the ragdoll pose. You just fold over, you bend your arms, and you hold on to your elbows, and you just hang there, and you can kind of rock. Does that seem like a good pose for thinking about the word sad? Then we're also going to do turtle pose because Lazarus felt so sick. You know, sometimes when you feel sick, you just want to hide. So stretch your legs out like you're doing the splits. Put your arms underneath your legs and put your head down. You might be able to go lower than I can. But kind of like you just want to crawl into a shell. That was what he felt like. Other poses are not too hard, like we're going to do a standing lunge for walking. The next part of the story is where Jesus talked to Mary and Martha. Martha managed to believe that Jesus was going to make everything okay again. And so she became calm. And in yoga, the way you show that you're calm is you sit in lotus position. So cross your legs. If you can, put one leg over the other. And then take your thumb and touch your middle finger and just close your eyes. Does that help you feel calm? Now Mary, the other sister, she wasn't feeling calm. she was feeling like being a little kid, even though she was a grown-up. So for that one, we're going to use child pose. And you can either do it like this or like this. It's kind of a lot like the rabbit pose, isn't it? And the next pose is called the triangle pose. And we're going to use this for when Lazarus died. His body was placed inside of a tomb and it was closed off. Doesn't that kind of look like a triangle? But when Jesus came, he told them to roll the stone away and open it. Isn't that kind of a fun pose to do? Try it. Triangle pose. And now, for the end of the story, I'm not going to give it away just in case you don't know how it ends, but here's a clue. We need a sign for a wonder person. Who do you think that might have been? And then we need one more warrior pose, somebody who is ready to go. Okay, I think you are ready to go on learning this Bible story. We're going to ask Pastor Tim to read it to us, and then we're going to use all of these yoga signs to help tell the story. It's going to be fun, but I did want Chucky the church mouse to be able to hear the story. He's around here somewhere. I'm going to have to find him while I wait for Pastor Tim.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
When Jesus was alive on earth, he had 3 friends whose names were Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus were siblings. They were 2 sisters and 1 brother who lived together and loved each other very much. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus also loved Jesus very much, and Jesus loved them just like he loves you. Once when Jesus was teaching and traveling, telling people about God, Mary and Martha sent someone to tell Jesus sad news. Their brother Lazarus was very sick. In fact, he was so sick that they knew that he would soon die. After receiving the news, Jesus and the 12 disciples started traveling towards the town called Bethany, where the siblings lived. It took him days to walk to Bethany. When Martha heard that Jesus was on his way, she ran out to meet him. She cried. Martha said to Jesus, "Lazarus has died. I wish you had got here sooner. You could have healed him." Jesus tried to calm her down and comfort her, saying, "Don't be sad, Martha. Lazarus will live again." Mary believed what Jesus said and became calm. Next, Mary came out to greet Jesus. Mary ran toward him, and when she got to him, she knelt down on the ground and cried, "Oh, Jesus, Lazarus has died. I wish you could have gotten here sooner. You could have healed him." Seeing his friend so sad made Jesus sad, and he also started to cry. He asked Mary and Martha to show him the tomb where they had buried their brother. The tomb was a cave, a giant stone covered in the front of the cave like a door. Jesus told the people around the cave to roll the stone away. After the heavy stone was rolled away, Jesus prayed to God. Then he said in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" And Lazarus did.
Did you enjoy that story? Would you like to do more yoga, story, and stretch? Let me know. And now let's enjoy our benediction from back when we were all together at church.
Well, chapel is over now, and it's time to blow out the candles. You can teach your parents about that too. God goes with us. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. God goes with us. Good job. Let's see if we can do the other one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. God goes with us. Oh no, this is a tough candle. Let's try again. Blow real hard this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. God goes with us. Oh, that was great. Now let's do our benediction. Benediction means it's a closing and a sending out to be Christ followers in the world. Are you ready?
Yeah, maybe you can teach your mom and dad the sign language. The word for go is just like this in sign language. But you know what? Life doesn't usually go in a straight line. So we usually do this. Go. And then this is for and. The next word is grow. So imagine a seed under the ground. But does it stay under the ground? No. It grows and blooms. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Go and grow in wisdom, godly strength, and love. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Now sing it with your parents.
Yeah. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. God loves
Way
you,
to go.
and so do we. Bye.
Have a good day.